They trail 3-2. Kuznetsov right through the middle of the ice, down the slot, trying to hand it off, intercepting, and backhanded the length of the ice
Whoop.
into the empty net by Derek Grant.
Derek Graham's going to get that one.
Kuznetsov, he had a player beat. He had that puck in the middle of the ice, almost down to the top of the circles, maybe even below it, and he makes a little drop pass. And Derek Grant, with an alert play, gets that stick in there, and have to talk to him whether or not he was aiming for the net, but that was center cut.
Well, it was a good night for the road team. Buffalo just won in overtime. Minnesota won on the road. Others won on the road.
But appears as if he's going to come out as soon as the Caps control it and they win the faceoff. Why not? Ovechkin will send it in. Gibson directing traffic as Fowler moves it up the boards, but Toronto can't get to it. Kept at the line by Backstrom. Kuznetsov behind the net. Indirect off the boards, back for Gustafsson. He'll walk the line. Back to Backstrom, comes off the right boards. They move it down low. Backstrom has it again, right circle. This side, it's Oshie, and it sticks to John Gibson with 1:01 to play.
Once again, John Gibson faced a lot of rubber. Look at that, 43 shots now.
That's now
41 saves.
43 capital shots on goal.
So the 10th 40-plus save performance.
Another game that John Gibson's faced a lot of rubber.
And now, I believe the
Caps going to take extra their timeout.
A minute 1 remaining in Washington. The Ducks had never led until the third period when Jakob Silfverberg put them on top 3-2. And then Derek Grant's empty net goal just 30 seconds ago, putting these teams as far apart as they've been on the scoreboard the entire night. It had been a one-goal game or a tie game all evening. Anaheim trying to improve to 7-5-3 in their last 15 road games. The Caps, meanwhile, trying to put an end to a 5-game losing streak. All of those losses in regulation. So the net stays empty, and Ovechkin comes out with Wilson, Backstrom, Oshie, Gustafsson, and Kuznetsov. So 5 forwards and a defenseman for the Caps.
And you called it, Sam Carrick having a good night in the face-off circle. It's him that gets tapped on the shoulder by Dallas Eakins to try and win this draw.
To the boards it goes. Wilson taps it back, but Silfverberg just brushes it out. Won't go far enough for icing. And we're into the final minute of regulation. Kuznetsov winds it up, gets center red, and that's off a stick and into the netting. And the faceoff is going to stay in the neutral zone.
And because that puck deflected off an Anaheim player who was outside the blue line, the faceoff comes outside.
Same personnel for both clubs. And now 47.7 is all that remains in the nation's capital. And Carrick wins the draw. Kulikov shoots at the empty net. It's deflected through center ice, just wide. But because of the deflection, no icing. And Kuznetsov circles the net and roars through the logo. Into the Anaheim zone. Sends it purposely wide. Backstrom gets to it. Threw it in front. Turning with it is Wilson trying to make a pass. He was looking for Ovechkin. Backstrom keeps it moving. Kuznetsov to the line. Gustafsson right back to him. To the dot. Kuznetsov's pass off the skate of Ovechkin, who was tied up there by Silfverberg, who will turn and fire at the empty net, and it deflects and goes wide, icing the call against the Ducks. Now just 11.4 seconds left.
Well, a good play by Jakob Silfverberg. He was aware of where Alex Ovechkin was. He was driving to that far post, kind of coming in a little bit late to the party, if you will. But keep an eye on the right side of your screen, and he just ties up the stick. Ovechkin again, John, that won't be, not in tip-top condition for this game. It's rare that you see him lose his balance like that.
He's been rusty at times tonight. Yep. I mean, not to be unexpected. Ducks win the draw, and they'll ice the puck.
Ducks are Hurricanes Saturday.
And that brings a whistle with 3.9 seconds remaining. And Anaheim is going to improve here in Washington now to 11, 7, and 4 all time in Washington. And John Gibson with 41 saves is going to lead them to a victory tonight. It's just a matter of dropping the puck. Kulikov throws it towards the empty net. It'll roll wide. The horn sounds, and Anaheim has a win tonight in Washington. 4-2 over the Capitals.
Now, they battled hard for this one. John Gibson was just rock solid once again. Boy, he's been terrific on this road trip. And in front of him, you know, they took advantage of the few opportunities that they got. You know, they were a team that, against a big, strong Capitals team that is very good along the boards. I thought Anaheim did a good job. Won their share of puck battles. Were able to battle pucks out of the defensive zone. Very deserving of a victory here tonight.
Wasn't the usual suspects either. Terry gets a goal, but they also got one from Silverberg. They got one from Lundestrom and one from Derek Grant. They win 4-2. It's Kenton Gee from SoCal when we return.